Let's play some Mario Kart to pass the time and not give a fuck who says anything about it. And not just any Mario Kart game, no, not the one for NES, not the one for N64, not the one for GameCube, even though Double Dash is the best. Not the one for Wii, not the one for Wii U, no, the one for the DS. Not the 3DS, the DS. Mario Kart DS, the best Mario Kart on the go. Even better than the one that came out for the GBA. And now I got me this fancy ass emulator thing for my Mac. I didn't even think emulators work for Macs. I can record DS games, yeah, bitch. Man, I wanted to record DS games back in 2008 when they were cool. I need some Mario Kart in my life, and the one for DS is pretty specific. But since I'm playing with myself and nobody else, it's the perfect game. And seeing how this game got released on the Wii U that way, well, you can't play with anybody. Just by yourself. Man, who would have thunk that one of the first DS games to have Wi-Fi globally is one of the first few games to only be now stripped of everything but single player. If I would have known that the service was gonna end at the end of 2014 for both the DS and the Wii, I would have played this all the way up to that point, and then after that I probably would have bragged about it. But then again, what am I talking about? There's nothing to brag about in this game. It's pretty basic when you think about it. It just gives you the standard 8 characters that you're already starting off with, and you got the normal modes that you normally do, like Battle Mode and Grand Prix, but at least you get to choose your vehicle like you can in Double Dash. And I like how it displays different stats for different characters. Normally I just stick to Yoshi, who normally has good steering, and Toad, who has good acceleration. But depending on what type of vehicle you have your character driving, now you could just pick what character you like and just choose which vehicle it suits them best. But I'm gonna stick to Toad because he's the fastest. Let's race! Wow, kids, this is why you shouldn't emulate. Thing is, I think the only reason why my screen is jittery like this is because I'm recording at the same time. But that's irrelevant. Something that is relevant is that I cannot blow the screen when the freaking, I don't know, inkling comes down and splashes all this crap on my screen. And normally you could just blow it away, but you can't do that because, well, you know why. Now, most of these levels are either low-res retro versions of the classic levels, or you maybe got like you know, 2 new ones here or there, like this Luigi Mansion one, and the Waluigi's Pinball one. You unlock more tracks and different characters as well as vehicles though by doing the Grand Prix on the better difficulties. Something that I find interesting, and I never realized it by playing Mario Kart, you know, for years, is that the different difficulties, you know, 50cc, 100cc, 150cc, depending on which one you do, the speed changes. I know, it's pretty obvious, but I never realized it on the track. But geez, we are flying. I really noticed it in Cheep Cheep Beach when freaking Bowser flies over somebody. And this is Bowser I'm talking about. I'm playing this right now with a PS3 controller instead of the DS, so trying to do all this again with a controller that's not meant for it actually feels very different. As in, it makes the game a lot more challenging than it actually needs to be. And I will actually prove this case right here and now. You see, we have these side missions that you could do. It's the only thing that, you know, they had to put in the DS version so it can make it more interesting than trying to play with inexistent friends that aren't around you. Then again, if you did have your friends, they would be shy guys on here. The point is, these missions are normally easy as shit, but since I'm playing with the wrong controller, it's more difficult than they really look. What I gotta do, I gotta kill all these fish with Wario and a star. How do I do it? Just run into them. It's pretty simple. Thing is though, I can't steer, because I'm using an analog stick and we were meant to use a D-pad. The D-pad don't feel right for steering when I'm normally doing it in a race, and I don't want to pause the whole thing just to change the freaking controls. But geez, I'm just trying to kill these fish and I gotta go around in a whole circle just to do it. And now I'm ending up in the ocean. Okay, now that's just embarrassing. To actually show how the game is actually supposed to be played and not look dumb in the process, this is how it's supposed to be. Wasn't that easy? That happened when I switched it to the D-pad, but you see what I mean? Just trying to play with an analog stick versus how it's supposed to be played is, in hindsight, my controller was just fucked up. It can be done, don't get me wrong, it's just that it doesn't engage me the same way. Just know that these missions are really stupid and pointless, and I'm only doing them to get to the freaking boss. Get all the coins in a straight line, crash into these boxes, drift a couple of times, get all these floating items around this big ass pinball machine. Now turn off the game. Congratulations, you played yourself. No, but seriously, once I made it to the boss, it made everything feel a lot better. because it's Chili Billy, or Willy Billy. Bully, the guy from fucking Mario N64, and now he's dead. And the simple satisfaction of seeing the bosses die after every mission mode is what makes this game worth playing. I just hate how all the rankings end up looking like my report card. Okay, things are getting a little bit more personal now. Now let me just give this game a rating. Is this something that I would like to play all by myself and without other people? Hell no. I think Mario Kart is only meant to be played with other people. But what do you guys think? Can you play Mario Kart by yourself and enjoy it? Or do you think this game is only meant to be played with other people? Take that question a little bit with a grain of salt. I just really want to know, do you guys play Mario Kart by yourself, or do you only enjoy playing it with other people? Leave that in the comments. I'm gonna go figure out another game to play on this emulator, because I'm really enjoying all these freaking old games, and I think you guys can enjoy them too.
I got it.